Okay, everyone, let's start talking some writer's workshop. It is time to get back to work. Before the break, we finished our chocolate milk letters, and you were very convincing, both for and against having chocolate milk in schools. We learned about researching a topic, looking at both sides of the topic, and then writing an argument piece that was in favor or against. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to kind of start from scratch. What you get to do is you get to pick your own topic and then work through it the whole way until you get to a finished published piece. Or I'm also going to help some students that would rather not do all the research themselves, would rather not pick the topic themselves, and we'll work through it together by researching about hand dryers versus paper towels. I'm getting ahead of myself though. To start with, I want to remind you about a few things, okay? I want you to remember that as writers, when you get started on writing big projects, you have to start by making sure you have systems in place for gathering knowledge and information, holding on to it, and organizing it for when you begin to write. You don't want any of this stuff to get lost while you're doing your research and while you're planning your writing. So today what I want to talk about is what works best for you for planning and researching your writing. I'll give you some examples. I'll put a document online with some examples, but maybe you have your own way of doing it that works for you. So I want you to think about that right now. Think about how to best capture the information you need, and then we're going to dive into the research and start gathering that information. Now, writers use many different methods for gathering information, keeping it together and in one place. For example, you can make folders with different reasons and fill the folders with evidence. You can do that online by creating a document folder and then gathering information in each of those document folders. Or you can make a booklet only writing on one side of the page so that you can cut them apart like we've done before to glue them back together. So note taking on one side of the page, so then you can organize those notes into something that you can then take and write. What about using our notebooks? Kind of like we did last time, where we had the different positions, the different evidence, and we sorted that evidence on sticky notes on different pieces of paper. That's another way to do it. Or maybe you want to use an app or a program that you have on your computer or on your iPad that actually helps you to keep notes all in one place. That's another option as well. Like I said, I'll put the list of all those different methods online so you can look back at the list. You can even make your own anchor chart at home. For now, what I want you to think about are two things. First, I want you to think about, what do I want to write about? What is something I feel strongly about? What is something that I could really take a position and really make a point about? We've done some simple ones like cats are better than dogs or chocolate milk should be in schools. But I want you to think deeper, and I want you to really consider whether or not that's something that you can research and that you can get evidence, hard facts that are going to help you to support your claim or your thesis. Okay, writers, so before you begin your research, and I know you're raring to go, there's a few more things that I want you to think about. I need you to decide how you're going to take your notes, where you're going to keep your notes and your research and your evidence. That's really important because we need it when it comes time to writing. I also need you to decide about your super fantastic topic. Now, I hinted earlier that you may choose to do your own topic, or you may choose to do a topic where it's kind of guided with me. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to research hand towels versus air dryers. You know when you go into the public bathroom and they have either a hand towel and you can use that, and lots of people think that's the most sanitary, or air dryers, Dyson, I love me some Dyson, and you go in there and it blows all the water off your hands. But realistically, if we looked at the research, what's better? Which one's safer? Which one's more sanitary? something that maybe you could get passionate about. I don't know, maybe you're passionate about hand dryers. At any rate, that's the one that I will be doing as a guided topic. So I will be walking you through the research. I'll be helping you find the information and that sort of thing. Now, the downside of that is you don't get to pick what you're talking about. You may not really be interested in it, and it doesn't give you the ability to really break out and show your own thing. The advantage to it is it's probably a little less work. Now, doing your own topic is awesome as well, because the advantage is you get to talk about something that really matters to you, and who doesn't like to talk about something that really matters to them? The downside, of course, is you have to do your research on your own, and it might be a little bit more work. The truth is, I know you're all up to that work, and I know you can all handle it. So for today, what I want you to do is think about a topic. Think about whether or not you can come up with a claim, a thesis, for or against it, or why something is better than something else, or why something should continue versus something else. Think about something topical or that of the moment. I mean, look at, we're all in isolation. Why is homeschooling by video better than homeschooling in the classroom? Or why is going to school better than having to do it by video? Those are a couple pretty timely topics that you could choose from. I would like you to think about it today. What I want you to start to do is I want you to come up with a topic, and I want you to come up with a method that you're going to use to collect your data. When you come up with the topic, see if you can come up with your thesis or your claim, and then maybe 3 reasons that you can have to support your claim. 3 things that you think are pretty strong reasons. Attached to this video as part of this lesson, I'm going to include that anchor chart with the list of the different note-taking techniques. I'm going to include a document, and on that document is where you're going to do your proposal to me to convince me that you should be allowed to do whatever topic you choose. If you choose your own topic, convince me why it's a good enough topic, why it's meaty enough, why there's enough research out there that's going to support you. Or if you're going to do the topic with me, then maybe come up with an article or 2 of your own that you can find that's either for or against hand dryers or paper towel. Go ahead and get working. This is our first one. It's going to take us a little while to adjust, but I think you're going to do a great job, and I am looking forward to seeing all of the work that gets done today. We'll see you again tomorrow, where we'll be ready to start our research.